Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel and to another reading wrap up. Before we get going, I'd like to say that last month in August, it made a whole year since I started uploading book videos to this platform, and I want to thank each one of you, even if you just watch for a few seconds. I really appreciate it, so thank you. With all that said, let's get started. Welcome to my July and August reading wrap up. I'm recording this too late, but anyway, in these 2 months, I read a total of 12 books. Not much because I didn't really have enough time to read all I wanted this summer, so this will probably be a really short video. Starting with July, I only read 5 books, beginning the month with Wicked Serve by Reilly. I talked about this book on a reading blog I posted back in July. This was my first time reading anything by Reilly, and I definitely should have read the previous books in the series before getting into this one because of how many characters were introduced all at once, and because that made a lot of things hard to understand. It took me so long to finish this book. I think there were so many unnecessary scenes and filler chapters. I just guess this book wasn't for me. I gave it 2.5 stars. Live, Ranch, Love by Emma Lucy. I loved this. This was really cute and really good for a debut novel. I just couldn't stop reading, and I even finished it at 3 a.m. because I couldn't bring myself to close the book. I cannot wait for what's more to come from this author. I gave this one 4 stars. I love me a good cowboy romance, and if you do too, I suggest you read this right away because Wyatt Hensley will be your new favorite cowboy. If you like Elsie Silver and Lila Sage, this was for you. Play Alone by Liz Tomforde. Oh my god, 5 whole stars. How come each Liz Tomforde book gets better than the previous one each freaking time? I'm obsessed with this series and I'm amazed by this author. She truly is an amazing writer and she really knows how to build up a great storyline that will keep you hooked until the very, very end. And this book couldn't be otherwise. The main characters, Isaiah and Kennedy, have an outstanding connection from the very first moment of their meet-cute. If you haven't read this series yet, take this as your sign to do it right away. Love to Hate You by Camilla Isley. Well, this was a fast-paced and insta-love rom-com, a really short and quick read. It's not my favorite Camilla Isley book, but having read all her recent books before this one, you can notice how much her writing has improved, and that's very remarkable. I rated it 3.5 stars. On the bright side, there is no threat of breakup, so that's always a plus. This was really cute actually, just another small town city girl and cowboy romance. Last book from July was Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I've picked up, read the first chapters, and then forget about this book way too many times. More than I'd like to admit. I truly don't know how to feel about this book because I enjoyed it and I really liked it, but something was off and well, I don't know, maybe the storyline wasn't well paced for me, or maybe some of the side characters were not it at all. And this must sound controversial, but I just think that there is an overestimation and pressure over Emily Henry's books because everyone loves them, and that forces you to only see the good things in them. And well, I gave it 3.75 stars. August was a bit better and I read 7 books. The first one was My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. I had this book on my TBR for last October because of the spooky vibes, but things happen. This book almost gets me into a reading slump. Thankfully, it did not. I was stoked to read this book because I had read lots of amazing things about it, but unfortunately, it wasn't for me. I found the writing very childish and the storyline was too bland, and it's a shame because it had great potential to be an amazing novel. I think it would have been a lot better if we also had the MMC's POV and just learning more about his thoughts on the modern world, basically. I gave it 2.75 stars. I basically forced myself to read that one because I received an arc for the second book in the series, My Vampire Plus One. It comes out on September 26th, and if there's one word to describe this novel, it'd be hilarious. This book follows Amelia, who wants to stop her family from asking questions about her love life, so she brings a fake date to a family wedding. As she gets to know Regina, she realizes there are more to him than she first thought and that he's not that bad. Thankfully, this one was dual POV. I loved Regina's character so much, and I think him and Amelia were the perfect match. I'm glad this book was much better than the first one. The storyline was streets ahead and the ending was perfect. I rated it 4 stars. If you like paranormal romances, fake dating, golden retriever MNCs, and forced proximity, you should read this one. Homebound by Meredith Trapp. This is a single dark romance, childhood friends to lovers with reverse grumpy sunshine and forced proximity, where she's a ball writer and he's a hockey player. This book is one of the kinds that you know when you're reading it that once you finish it, you'll be forgetting all about it, and it's actually such a shame because I really liked it and enjoyed it. I honestly don't know what more to say about this book. Let's just say that I like it, the first book in the series, better, but I still rated it 4 stars. Next book was This Is Not a Holiday Romance by Camilla Isley. And you'll think, why are you even reading Christmas books in the middle of August? Well, I don't really know, but I received an ARC for this book and what a delightful read. This book actually came out on September 4th, and it follows Nina, who wants to avoid her brother's annoying best friend Tristan during Christmas. But when they get snowed in together, their prank wars turn into unexpected romance. This is a Christmas rom-com with enemies to lovers, brothers best friend, forced proximity, and the secret feeling tropes. Well, this is, in fact, a holiday romance. A fast, short, sweet, and steamy romance where two sworn enemies get entangled in antique games every time they see each other, but as they say, there's a fine line between love and hate. Taylor Swift wrote Sparks Fly about them, just saying. I have to say that choosing to read a Christmas novel when it was almost 40 degrees outside was not the smartest decision, but I really enjoyed it and I'll definitely be rereading it again in December. I gave it 4 stars. Reilly by Devney. This is the 3rd book in the Treasure Estate Wildcat series. This book was so hard and sad to read. When I finished it, I honestly didn't know how to rate it because of it, but I liked how raw the storyline was, and the fun family trope will always get me, so somewhere between 3 and 4 stars. I was hesitant to read at first because of not being a big fan of the accidental pregnancy trope, but after having read the first 2 books in the series, I just couldn't not read Rush's story, so I ended up giving it 3.75 stars. The Darkest Corner of the Heart by Lisina Coney. So, I've been procrastinating reading this book since it came out back in February, and I liked it, but not as much as I was expecting. It felt too long with too many filler chapters, and I think that some subplots could have been just solved in less parts. One thing I really liked, it was how it felt like we were having some type of closure from the first book in the series, because we saw Maddie, the FMC, literally grow up in front of our eyes, and she more than anyone needed her happy ending. I gave it 3.5 stars. I'm ending this video with one of my most anticipated releases of the year, Daydream by Hannah Grace. I can't believe I finally got to read Henry's story. I've been waiting for this one. Loving a book that you've been anticipating for a long time is the best feeling ever. And this has to be the best Friends to Lovers book I've ever read. This book was heartwarming, wholesome, emotional. It was everything. So obviously I gave it 5 stars. Well, that was all, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe and to follow me on all my socials. See you in the next video.